I'm Brooks,
I'm Joe.
and this is another episode of Cantina Reviews.
Today we're talking about Bright.
We're also trying out different camera angles here, so bear with us and let us know if you like it. That's the end of the video. So we're talking about Big Willie Smith.
Big Willie.
We're talking about Bright.
Bright is a Netflix film.
That it is.
It is a cop drama.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty like, I guess an R rating, right? Pretty gruesome.
Is it? Yeah.
Heavy on the cursing.
Yes.
And there's also
It is Will Smith.
There's also fairies, elves, and orcs.
Yeah, so it's kind of like what's like a renowned cop movie.
Well, it comes from the same director that did Suicide Squad, unfortunately, and End of Watch, and it has that same look as End of Watch.
Yeah, so it's like End of Watch meets Lord of the Rings.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Will Smith is a cop.
Mm-hmm.
He has an orc as a partner. Is the first orc police officer, and then while on duty, Will Smith's character gets shot by an orc, and then the idea is that his orc, whose name is
it like Rich?
No.
Start with an R?
No.
Rick?
I don't know.
God damn it.
The idea is that he let the other orc go because they're like, orc brothers or whatever. That's like a point of contention for a while in the movie. Will Smith's character comes back. They're back on the force. They're going around. They're seeing how like these other species are treated poorly. Obviously, a lot of social commentary going on that many people don't seem to love. And as it goes on, it gets more into the fantastical stuff.
Fantastical.
Yeah, where it's stuff about magic wands, and if they get the wands, like if the elves get the wands, they're gonna bring back the Dark Lord and all this stuff. So it gets more into that. There's a prophecy about an orc and a guy. Basically, where the bright comes from. If you're a bright, you are a human or a thing that can control a wand without instantly dying. Yeah. If you're not a bright and you touch a wand, you blow up. It's about as convoluted as it sounds.
I think the movie, in my opinion, was good. You know what I mean? Don't go in expecting that you're gonna see like grade A like storytelling here for a Netflix movie. I don't know, like not there's been bad Netflix movies, but like don't expect that you're seeing a, what's the word I'm looking for? That's
like a blockbuster.
Yeah, like a mainline movie.
Here's the problem with that, though. It's like, I guess, like, there was some expectation for it. Because it is Will Smith. I mean, it is the guy that did Suicide Squad, which was terrible. But they put a lot of money into it, so I think the idea was that Netflix.
Netflix.
I think the idea was that Netflix is going to have a big main movie. Right. And it feels like your average made-to-DVD type film, like
yeah, it's like straight to DVD.
Right.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it was like a theater movie.
Right. Despite the massive budget and big name actor and stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying was like, don't expect to see a full movie. Yeah. You're gonna see a movie, but there's gonna be plot holes, there's gonna be questions. Yeah. There's gonna be things that just happen without any explanation that you can't look into. Right. I think that's the thing, is like, it was a good movie for surface level, but if you were to sit here and dive into it as like a mainstream movie, you're gonna realize that it's a terrible movie.
Into spoilers. Whoa. If you care. And probably like the most tense point of the movie was when they first find a wand, and they want to, Will Smith's character wants to turn it in or whatever. Right. These other 4 cops decide, no, we're going to take the wand, we're going to kill the orc, and either you're going to get killed or you join us and you kill the orc. He goes to go out and you don't know what he's going to do, and the cops are inside and they're like, we're just going to kill him, right? And like they're going to go out. So they go out and Will Smith turns around and kills the cops. And now it's like real tense. Yeah. And like the orc's like, he tries to put him under arrest. He's like, what'd you just do? The orc is just like a well-meaning cop. And that's like the most tense part of the movie, and then from that point on, it really sucks. Yeah. Like, because like you were saying, like plot hole wise, there's plenty of action in this movie. Right. And it's at the expense of anything making sense. Like as far as like from this point on, and they have an elf that they're trying to help, because there's an evil elf that's like her sister or something, and like she's coming after them. From this point on, they're just getting like, they run, they get found, they fight. They run, they get found, they fight. Right. They run by like different people, by like the orc gangs and the Hispanic gangs and the elves, and they just run and they get found. They run and they get found, and I have no idea how how does like the orc gang find them and know exactly what's going on.
Right. Yeah.
With the movie.
Right.
Like every person in the movie knows the plot of the movie also.
Yeah.
In a weird way.
Like, they know where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
But, like, because it's weird, because they show you how the elves, the renegade elves, found them once, but the orcs don't have this, high-tech system that they're pinpointing cell phone calls, because they didn't use a cell phone the entire time.
And the orcs are like, you have a wand, and it's like, well, how do you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, plot isn't really there. I will say, like, if you want to, it wasn't totally terrible, because, like, I guess, like, I like to watch bad movies, and, like, so I can enjoy it, but I didn't think it was even, like, horrible.
No,
it was just like watching, like, a TV movie. I will say, like, if it wasn't Will Smith in the main role, being Will Smith and being funny, I probably really wouldn't have liked it.
Yeah,
but he adds, like, a nice little
twist to, or a nice little tone, I guess you'd say, with it. Because that was my thing too. Like, the funny had a movie. the movie had like funny parts in it. So like, there's some funny lines in here that I thought were good. You know what I mean? It wasn't like misplaced or anything like that. But like, I feel like if anything, they made the movie better. Because they were funny.
Yeah. Well, much like Suicide Squad, like Will Smith is like a saving grace. Like. Yeah. He's just in it, being Will Smith, and he pulls it off, and he seems like into it, and he's really funny.
Right. So, like, in the beginning, I guess you'd say. So kind of like in the beginning, or close to the beginning, there was some kind of a homeless person call, and he's swinging a sword in the street.
Yeah.
And turns out he's a part of some group that isn't where they weren't the renegade elves, were they? He was just a part of another group.
I think so.
Yeah, so he was a part of some group that knew about this prophecy that, an unblooded orc is supposed to either defeat the Dark Lord or stop him from coming back. And when they arrest this homeless guy swinging the sword, he tells him in the car in Orcish that this orc is a part of a prophecy and that Will Smith's character is blessed.
Well, does he even say that? I thought he said, like, remember, like, who you are.
Oh, yeah, remember who you are and
remember, like, where you came from type stuff. And then he says that Will Smith's character is blessed.
Yeah.
And then I don't think there's mention of the prophecy until after it happens. Like, our orc is killed and then comes back. And like, he is the prophesized orc. Yeah. And then he explains the prophecy to Will Smith. Like, as they're running away again.
Yeah.
And it's like, why didn't they explain the prophecy before?
In the beginning, yeah. I kind of
unless they did, and like, I forgot.
Which I thought the intro to this movie, unlike Suicide Squad, was much better at introducing the characters.
Yeah.
Mainly because there's 3 into the movie. And like, they kind of explained it in the opening sequences, which is how you should introduce characters. Not as like a profile, like rapid fire.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I thought that was good as far as this movie goes. Yeah. But yeah, they should have introduced the prophecy around that point too. You know what I mean? Because they had a good opening sequence with kind of establishing the time you're in.
Yeah.
With like the opening credits scene where there's like spray paint on the walls that kind of are helping to set the tone for where we are and the setting and everything like that.
Yeah, I mean,
so I thought that was good.
Like I said, I thought the movie worked pretty well up until after the big scene where Will Smith kills those cops.
Yeah, and after that, it's kind of
after that, it's really
jumbled
messy
action sequence.
Yeah,
exactly.
Just action sequence after action sequence. Yeah. And there's no rhyme or reason to like who knows what's going on, why they know.
Yeah, exactly.
How they know where they are constantly.
Yeah.
Like they are like there's someone is a second behind them at all times.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that was kind of it kind of gets messy. I would say to watch it.
Yeah, I was gonna say like if you I mean, like, if you're just gonna sit down one night and you're like, hey, let's just watch a movie, which is what we did, then I would say definitely go for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, don't plan out weeks ahead that you're going to see this movie on this day because you're going to be a little disappointed.
Right.
But if you just sit down and you're like, I'm not doing anything, I'll watch a movie, definitely throw it on. You're not going to be super disappointed about it.
Right.
I mean, all in all, I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Some good funny points, some good action sequences. Will Smith being Will Smith.
Yeah.
Across from just saying things and then also just doing things that he would normally do in a movie.
I mean, it's getting, like, absolutely trashed by critics. I guess because, like, to me, it's like, it's a Netflix movie. Like, I don't care enough. I'm not gonna be like, this is the worst movie of 2017.
Yeah, exactly.
People are bent out of shape about the social commentary. I mean, it's, like, pretty on the nose, obviously.
Yeah.
They don't really go anywhere with it, though.
No, yeah, it's kind of just
it's not a main
backdrop.
part of the movie. Like, the movie becomes very focused on the fantasy aspect of it.
Yeah, exactly.
So...
Yeah, all in all, if you're sitting around, just want to watch a movie, throw it on.
Yeah.
You might enjoy it.
Or not.
Or not,
but,
like everybody else.
Yeah.
Except us. So once again, I'm Brooks.
I'm Joe.
And this has been another episode of Cantina Reviews. Hello, I'm Brooks.
I'm Joe.
And this is another episode of Cantina Reviews.
Today we're... That would be so weird.
Alright, count us off.
3, 2, 1.
No, 3, 2. That's how you gotta do it.